Hey y'all, how y'all doing out there? It's your boy Jill Malak. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live. Today we are going to be talking about Love at the Lockup and one of my favorite couples off of Love at the Lockup, Quaylon and Shavel. Now I want to know this. Do y'all think that Quaylon is ready to take on responsibility for Shavel's little daughter? I'll say what I think about that in a minute. And also, do you think that he is ready for a committed relationship with Chevelle? I'm gonna give you my first answer to my first question that I threw out there. I honestly think that Quaylon has a chance to being a good father, a stepfather, whatever it might be, to her child. The reason I say that is because when he pulled up, he actually got the little girl something, like a teddy bear and something, and he gave her a hug. You know, a lot of guys don't even they don't even like appreciate their woman's child that she had with another man. They look at it like, oh, this ain't my child. And I don't want nothing to do with that child. No, I don't want to meet the child type of thing. But Quaylon was not even a type of person that was messy about it. Like, this man did 12 years of his life behind bars, and he got out and immediately knowing how to nurture a little child. When he gave that little girl a hug, I was like, man, that's something that I would do if I was with a girl and she had kids. I would want it, because it's like this. You have to be in love with the daughter too, as well as the mom. You have to love the mom too, as well. And he is doing that. So do y'all think also he's gonna cheat on Chevelle? Honestly, the way he looks at Chevelle, no, a lot of y'all women like Quaylon. That's my dog too. He cool as hell. Like, to be honest with you, the dude cool. He's just a cool dude. He just laid back, chill, and he talks very silent, and he keeps himself a certain way. He maintains himself a certain type of way. Maybe prison did do something to him. It probably bettered him, as he probably wasn't like that before, but he has changed a lot. He's actually a grown man now. Like, the way he carries himself, what I've been seeing, he's being grown. He looks at Chevelle like that's his love. So I don't think he's gonna cheat on her necessarily, unless if women try him. Like, y'all women out there, don't try to break that man up with Chevelle. If he happy, let that man be happy. Please let him be happy. You know what I'm saying? Because she held him down when nobody else was holding him down. You know what I'm saying? She put money on his books when nobody else put money on that man's books. She the one who wrote him letters, came and seen him, gave him those visits. She did all that. She waited on that man. She didn't cheat on him when he was in there. She waited on him. So they deserve each other. I'm just going to throw that out there now. I think that this couple can make it to actually being something, to actually being married, and actually being a real family. I see that with them too. Quaylon and Chevelle, I actually see that with them too. You know, but as far as my understanding and him trying to, like, I'm gonna go back to him taking care of that child, because it's real. If he that's gonna mess it up, period. If he, like, it breaks down, like, if he tried to cheat, which I doubt he would, it's gonna break that little girl heart, like the mama said. It's gonna break that little girl heart, because you loving the daughter, you supposed to love the mom even equally. You see what I'm saying? So it has a balance to it. It has a 50-50 balance to it. You can't break the mother's heart. He's already saying that. It's like Demond and Chevelle. I mean, Demond and Chevelle. Which one he's gonna pick? To be honest with you, he's gonna pick Chevelle. He's gonna pick Chevelle. I'm seeing that already. He don't want to be underneath his mother wing. What man in he's in his 30s now? He is 30 years old. What man want to get out of prison and go live with their mom? I just don't care what anybody tell me. My mom still do stuff like that for me, and I just be like, no, no, no. Like, oh, you can get no. If you need help, let me know. That's how I'm coming. You know, Quaylon is like that right now, and he's not gonna let nobody break that silent relationship that he has with Shavel. Here, I got my boy DD up. I'm gonna bring my boy DD up real quick. What's
What's
up,
up?
my
What's up?
brother? What's
Man, so,
happening with you?
I was just a little busy. Sorry about that.
Oh, nah, you good. You good. You
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
I
yeah.
already know. But what you think about Quaylon raising Chevel's daughter, and do you think that he would leave Chevel for another woman that's that's in his inbox or whatever trying to get at him? You think he would break?
Shit. I well, for me, all how I look at her, like the way she looks at him, she looks at him like a snack. Honestly, that's how she look at him. So it feels like she's the one that more wants it. Like because when they ask him about the question, like a mom asked, what plans do you have for my daughter? Are you planning to get married? He paused, then he answered. So that means he's still in two minds, or he's still considering maybe should he or should he not. So I think she's the one more. It looks like she's the one that's really, really want to be in the relationship more than he is. I'm not saying he doesn't want to be. He wants to be, but he still looks a little confused. So, but then I just hope for her daughter's sake it works because you can't bring a man into your daughter's life and then they don't stay. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
But
That's
but all how I watch her, all how she looks at him, then she look at him like a snack. Like
she
I'm gonna
do.
eat that snack tonight.
But you don't think that you don't. So you telling me you don't think Quaylon actually loves Chevelle? Like
He's
it's
not to
they
that
had
point.
something
He's
there.
not to that point yet because he's been locked up, right? So you haven't spent time with her, like quality time. Like they haven't probably traveled together. They probably haven't gone to the movies together. Like there are a lot of stuff that they missed out because he was locked up. So she only seen him like in visits or if they have conjugal visits. But other than that, like he's not to that point yet. He's not there. He's
No,
not there.
what do you think that he's ready to actually take care of a child that ain't his? Because he gonna have to deal with that either way. Like he
Well,
probably find another one of these women out here if he ain't with Chevelle. You think these women that got kids? You think he gonna deal with that? Because it's the
she,
same thing with Chevelle.
he better not come across Carla because Carla isn't the one that be looking at him like a snack. But remember when she came on last week, she's like, damn, he fine. But he's a good looking guy, so it's gonna be a little difficult for him because he might probably get women coming after him.
Yeah,
So it might just be it will take him some time. I think he can probably be a dad or a father figure to her. Maybe if he learned from his mistakes and he steps up as a man. Because I respect men that actually get into a relationship and the let's say the spouse or his girlfriend have a child and they play the father role. But
yeah.
he's kind of young. So
I mean, but you 30, when you get 30, something up here change. Like literally, but he's just now getting out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. You hit 30 years old, something changes in the man. But
yes,
for
yeah,
him, his mentality is still in like his 20s. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I'm
yeah,
seeing like he's kind of thinking like a man, but he's not moving so much more like wanting to be taking those steps, like building that type of family. He's taking it real slow, like what you're saying. He's
yeah,
going real, real slow. And I see that. But the mindset that he has right now, he's still in his 20s because he hasn't even been out to
yes.
even enjoy his 20s. You see what I'm saying? So he's stuck in that 20 era. But I ain't gonna lie to you, when I seen him actually hug Chevelle's daughter, she did say something funny to him, like, "Ooh, what's that smell?
Well, yeah.
That smell like what was he smelling like?" I don't know what he smelled like, but at the same time,
You're probably smelling like a conjugal visit. I don't know what.
that was kind of messed up that she said that. She could have kept that off camera, like,
Yeah.
but kids don't got no mentality.
Yeah. That's
Feeling,
why I
no
love.
feeling.
That's why I love them though because they're really honest. They're very, very honest. That's
They
why.
very.
But
He
I
might have
don't
had
think
his some. He might have hit him smoke some before she came there. Him and
yeah.
Chevelle, they might have smoked some off camera. It ain't the fact that people thinking he was musty or something. I doubt if he was running around here musty. And Chevelle had to get him some when she got out, like some deodorant pack, cologne. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
if she
because the kind of things they be doing, Drew, they'll have to get him some cologne because, like I said, they look like they probably had a good time before they actually got to
did,
the. Yeah.
I mean, she had all that money to buy them roses. So you
Yeah.
think that, and I think she did buy him some clothes or something like that and some deodorant and stuff like that. They just didn't show that.
Well, it's
And,
best.
and all the girls is calling him daddy. All the little girl, I'm tripping. The little girl was calling him daddy
Yeah.
already, but I think that's too soon. To be honest
Yes.
with you, for
Yeah.
like you said, for
Because
for for Quaylon to come to that house, the first thing she doing is calling him daddy. I think that's a little bit too
so
soon.
soon. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think that's a little bit too soon. She shouldn't like, oh, daddy this, daddy that. First off, they ain't even married yet. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got the ring. They ain't in no committed relationship, no committed marriage. So Chevelle kind of got to slow down on trying to put her daughter in Quaylon's life like that. Because that can run a man off, to be honest with you. That can scare a man, and he'll be like, you know what, this is a little bit too much pressure. I'm not ready to handle this. But I'm going to drop the link, bro. But tell me what you're thinking when I
Yeah.
drop it.
Because remember 90 Day Fiance. Ed and what's her name? Rose. Rose, like it was like Rose never met him. Then they actually met, and she already had a son calling Ed Big Ed Daddy. So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be careful with that, because you you don't know 4 or 5 months down the line how you end up. At least give it some time. Spend some time together, get to know each other, travel, do things couples do,
And
and
you know what's
then
crazy, bro? That you said that. I surely was thinking about what happened with Big Ed and Rose and her son, because she first time she met Big Ed, she was like she introduced her son to him, and
that's son, yeah,
oh, she was like, "This is your dad. This is
daddy,
your
yeah,
daddy." What? Yo,
huh,
daddy? Like, hold up. This ain't your dad. Now this your dad is in over here
yeah,
somewhere down the street. Big Ed is not your daddy. You can see the resemblance, boy. Now quit playing now. Rose, why
yeah,
you
because the difference is the little boy had a neck, Bigger
the,
didn't have no neck.
the little boy got a neck, Big Ed don't got no neck. So
Yeah,
that right there is the breaker. Like
yeah. So that, but yeah,
my daddy, I bet that little boy was looking like, hold on, mama, my daddy got a neck. You know what I'm saying? Man don't got no neck. How's he my daddy? He might got some money, but he ain't got no neck.
yeah.
I'm gonna bring up Mama Mo and Carla, bro. I'm gonna bring up
Uh, yeah, bring up Carla. I want to hear Carla got to say. What's up, Carla?
What's up, Diddy? Y'all better
What's
not
up,
be
Mama?
talking about my man today. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all not gonna be speaking on my man today, okay?
well, he
I'm
ain't
just
yours technically until you go get him. You
he
know
ain't
what I'm saying?
Chevelle's either. He ain't Chevelle's either. How about that?
Chevelle got him. Chevelle got
No,
him.
she don't. No, she don't. No, she don't. Not no
He
more.
might be in her bed
Not no
right
more.
now.
All right, all right.
I'm messing.
What's your opinion on it, though? What do you
Okay,
think?
well,
Um,
go ahead,
go
Mama.
ahead.
You go first.
Go,
You sure?
go.
Okay.
That's
All
your
right.
boo. Go
So
ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I do think for somebody that's just spent the last 12 years in jail, he's very sophisticated. He holds himself very well. He talks in a very articulate manner. It seems like he has goals and he know what he want to do. And I'm not saying that, you know, Chevelle putting a baby on him or whatever you want to put it. I'm not saying that's, a bad thing, but it's not a great thing, especially for somebody that literally just got out of prison and did a 12-year sentence. I really just don't think he's mentally ready for how much work a child takes. Like, just look at your mom, for instance, what she had to go through with you. Like, I'm not saying it's going to end up like that, but just think about how much work a parent has to do and how hard it could be. Like, are you really ready to take on the role of somebody else's kid?
Yeah,
I totally agree. I
yeah.
agree.
It's
Make
easy
make a
to
make a
play
lot of
daddy
sense.
behind bars.
Say
Who
again?
baby daddy? Her baby daddy
I
behind
said
bars?
it's no. I said it's easy to play daddy when you're behind
Oh,
Oh,
bars.
behind
He ain't
bars.
have to do
absolutely.
no work. Who knows if Chevelle took the little girl up there? We don't know that. We
They
just
did. She
know
did.
that
They
when
got
she.
pictures.
Oh, okay, she took him up there, and so it's easy. She's calling him daddy. So when you get out, that little girl gonna expect something from him. That's daddy. Daddy coming home. She gonna be looking. So him bringing a fish and a bear, that was nice. Him hugging her, that was nice. I think that stinky smell was probably that yard jacket he had on from the jail. It probably stink.
So that one I
But
don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
but
But
I don't think that he's
but he
ready.
got a fish, and he got a little play toy.
A
So it
little
was really,
bear.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was really nice what he did. Like, it shows that he's probably showing interest.
Yeah, but let him give him a chance to learn her and really see what it's like to be a parent 24/7. It's not an hour visit and you go about your way and the baby go about her way. I don't think she should have pushed that on so soon with them only being in for 2 years.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. All certain people have to do when they around kids is just get over that nervous stage and actually meet the child first. When they meet the child, it makes it more easier. You see what I'm saying? It makes it a little bit more easier when they meet the child, be around the child, see how the child is. Give it like a week, two, maybe a week, two, give it a take. Like 2 weeks maybe. But I'm pretty sure that he is ready to try to be some type of father figure because I'm pretty sure he wants his own kid. You know what I'm saying? He
But
only
then
in
now look at it, Gio. Look now, they're not together. So what does that little girl think now? Where's daddy?
Hold on, what?
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
not
together
together.
no more.
He moved back
How
to
did-
Houston with his mama, and he is
Spoiler
now a
alert!
rapper.
Spoiler!
Spoiler, sorry.
Spoiler alert, pal.
Carla, don't be sliding in the man's DMs.
Spoiler alert, pal. I ain't even know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
How you
see,
know
I
they're not
don't-
together. So what would she say about daddy now?
I'ma
Daddy's
tell
in
y'all
Texas.
something.
No wonder Carla came on there so excited.
Now, Didi, you know about Texas, Didi. You know about Texas firsthand. You seen them women out in Texas, boy. You seen them women out in Texas.
Big
Now,
booty
you
Judy.
Now why you gotta do me like
if
that?
you ain't with her, I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
He with a
got
big
some-
booty Judy.
He got a style. He got
Yeah,
a
it's like
Megan style.
Texas got some good. Yes, got some beautiful women.
But I didn't know that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep going on about that. Let's just talk about the fact that is he ready to actually be some type of father figure? I'm thinking
He
he more.
In his mind, he may
If it's
be.
not pushed at him, if it's not forced upon him, he will very well want to take on that role. But if she keeps pushing at him and nagging at him, and now she's like at the point where, he was saying that he wanted to get married within 3 months. Now she didn't came home and is expected to get married within 6 months. So, she's been pushing and pushing and pushing. And, that, like you said, Gio, that'll run a man away.
She just want that family.
It raised a red flag when you see her mother ask that question. There was a big red flag there when he took him like he was in his forts.
Took too long, yeah.
So that was a red flag saying that, okay, you're not sure about that. It
That
was
might have
already
been
there.
editing though, Didi.
Say
They may
again?
have edited. I said they may have edited that way for it to be a pause in between his answer.
I don't know. That looks like a real perplexed look of a
He ain't
confused
ready.
look, like if I say the wrong thing, is you gonna jump down my throat?
Yep, with that yellow lipstick.
Even if they edited it, he still didn't seem sure. You can see when somebody's sure back. Like if somebody asked me that question, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna get married. I have my intentions is to take your daughter and make her my wife. Like he still wasn't sure. His answer like he wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I saw it.
Yep. I'm gonna drop you, Carla and Mama Mo, and bring up more callers. I got some people in the background. I'm gonna bring them up. Thank y'all for y'all input. I very appreciate it. Peace. We got boy D Brooklyn and we got Blavy here, man. Come on.
How's your reverb, Blavy? How's your reverb? You good?
Yeah.
What's up with you last night, Blavy?
Last night I was talking on the phone and then my internet just shut off.
Oh, we were not hearing you. All right, what you gotta say though?
We're gonna start off with Maurice, my favorite. Listen, Maurice is playing games and Jessica's for the streets. She annoys me to no end. I don't want to be in Compton anymore. I want to go back to Las Vegas. You stupid garden tool.
Yeah, please don't say nothing. I know you.
How are you sitting here having pen pals in jail? What did you think this was? You were playing the game of life and you just on the board tossing dice and stuff? What is your problem? You know he has probation. And the fact of the matter is he has a child in California. So he will have to go to California to see that child. Because I don't think for a second her mother's going to allow you with that child alone. Then with him, this whole thing, let's go back to Las Vegas. Why have we yet to see his mother? I'm baffled by this thing with them too. How they've been married 4 years, nobody knows. They had a child. What are they doing? What is wrong with this garden tool? What is wrong with her? I mean, she's making Larissa look practical.
Yeah, yeah. I think she blaming it, blinded on what's really going on with Maurice. I'm not gonna spoil anything what I found out with them. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want people to understand and watch the show. And if you got to go watch it on their social media platform, then you go do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't tell everybody what's really going on. But I think she's just more blinded on what's going on. Like being in Compton is really like messing with her mind. You know what I'm saying? So
but she's 33. You know, at a certain age, this is not cute anymore. At a certain age, if she was 18, I would say, okay. Hey, I'll even give her 28. All right. But 33? When you gonna get it? 46?
What's up? But listen, what's about David? David ain't getting it. David and 90 Day Fiance. So some people just like that's just how they are.
Who's
Because
David?
David and what's the name that
Lana.
the internet Lana, the internet chick,
Yeah.
the guy from Las Vegas, David.
I mean, look at David.
Cut that.
No, but what I'm saying his age. At this age, you think like you would probably know better. Some people just don't. They
But
don't
David
get it.
isn't getting played. David likes spending money online. That's his thing. He's like Caesar. They enjoy, how to say it, partaking in a woman who they have to pay for.
Well, maybe that's what she likes, Avalade. That's what she likes.
Correct, but then don't go on television crying and whining and carrying on. Like, you would really think that like the Bloods and Crips were at her house shooting at her. It's how ridiculous she's acting.
I think I would talking about Jessica, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
Jessica.
Jessica is overreacting too much though. Like, have you ever been to Compton?
I haven't been to Compton, but I was near it, and we're in New York, and
You ever
we've
been,
been
you ever been to Gardena?
No, but I've been to Carroll City. I've been
Trust me.
to the Ninth Ward.
It ain't nothing like New York. You hear me? Like,
Okay. Blobby.
you can't even walk down
Imagine
the road.
her. Blobby. Imagine
Somebody
her
gonna be like,
in
"Where you
Astoria
from?"
House.
You gonna be looking
Imagine her.
Huh?
No, Blobby. Imagine her in Astoria House or Queensbridge.
Ooh.
Could you see that? I couldn't.
No, but then why is she with him? You know, like, because you just don't pop up. You just don't go online and prison websites pop up. You gotta look for it. You
No,
know, you
because
gotta look for the streets. They just
she
don't
must be
come.
like bad boys. That's all it is. She like bad boys.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Mhm.
you know what goes on. If you a ride to die, then you know, don't act like you don't know.
Well, there are a lot of people that are not built for that game, but they're still in the game. So
Mhm.
But
that's
I
what
ain't
I'm
gonna lie
saying.
to y'all. I think it's something deeper than just being a bad boy that Maurice has to offer to Jessica.
He plumbing that.
We heard it. We heard the
I don't think he
ooey.
puts
I'm
it
gonna
down.
say what Chuck could say. The ooey sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Plumber, man, they call me Mr.
Ooey.
Plumber.
Plumber.
Yeah, that was a trip. She all he had to do was knock it down one time, and she was in love. You know what I'm saying? She going everywhere he go. If he go jump off that cliff right now, you know how people say he gonna jump off the cliff because he jumped off the cliff. I think Jessica jumped right with him. You know what I'm saying? We dying together. She in this. If he getting in shot at, she gonna be shot at too. She might jump in front the bullet for him because it's a bit. He been inside of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we ain't. Ooh, wait, but I'm telling you, it's
And I just wanna go briefly on Oompa Loompa, Tyrese. You know, he's ridiculous. That loud suit, I gotta put her on the bus. The woman saying she has 5 different men she talking to. I ain't mad at her.
Mm.
And he's sitting here, just ridiculous. You know, so grab your father. I would be embarrassed if my dad was on television doing this. Where is his children? Go get your father.
Blabby, tell me something honestly.
Yeah.
What you think about Quaylon being in a committed relationship with Shavel? Tell me your opinion.
Okay, so this is a rule I have because you know I used to be a heathen. when it comes to people in prison, I never would have dated a man that's in prison for 12 years. And why is that? Is because I personally do not believe a man can be in prison for 12 years and get no sex. Now, I don't care. I don't think it's straight or gay, but I do not believe a man can be in prison 12 years and have absolutely no sex. So
What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying.
Well, what is you saying?
Them chubby palms is
Throw some
going.
little more out there or something, because I'm trying to get what you saying.
I'm saying, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You can't be making those kind of accusations. You gotta have proof or you gotta have facts.
12 years is facts. If you went to jail for 12 years, you really gonna tell me?
Okay, let's flip it. Let's flip it, Avalad. If you went to jail for 12 years, would you mess around with a woman?
Yes.
Oh. Whoa.
Hey.
I wouldn't like it, but I would need to do something with 12 years.
Curling iron.
Well, that's why
we gonna have to do something.
Well, don't drop the soap. That's all I gotta say.
I don't think women dropping soap. They just going in their room. You know
I'm not saying that, but we have to be realistic.
They go for a midnight snack.
True.
Yeah, I would.
I think you can do 12 years. If you tell me life, maybe life, yes, but 12 years.
Think about getting nothing for the last 12 years of your life. From the time you were 17 at your to 29. No, you ain't gonna lie to me.
Hold on, how long, when did he go into prison? Just tell
17.
me that.
When he was 17.
Oh, he
yeah.
was okay. Yeah, he was young. That's what they look for in prison.
What you gotta say, so Gio, you think that
I think a private might have a point right now. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the first thing, I ain't trying to clown my boy Quaylon. He a good person, man. But first thing he did, I noticed that was real fishy. When he got in the room, he laid on the bed with his stomach on the bed and let her jump on his back. I said, man, you want to turn around, you know, with your back on the bed? Like he laid on his stomach. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say no more about that. I don't know. I hope not.
You do. At 17, you said you went to jail for 12 years. You wouldn't do anything? That's a lie.
Yo, people, boy.
I doubted my boy Quaylon. He probably was in there fighting it out. He probably didn't even go for that.
Remember Martin Lawrence?
What do you think, D? What do you think, D? Do you think a man can be in jail for 12 years and mess around with another dude?
Man, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm here to talk about Quaylon and the conversation he had with the mother. Keep it on topic. You know, when we ain't talk about tossing salads and mama blocked my ass or whatever.
Y'all ain't gonna do Quaylon like that now, man.
Quaylon, okay, let's do the topic. Let's get what D got to say. All right.
I came into my son's life at a very, very young age. I was 20 years old, 21 years old. I got married at 23.
Yeah.
Man, he's 29. Now, I don't know if he's ready or not, but the way he was talking, he's realistic. What he said to his Shavel's mother, he was being realistic. And I got to give it to the man. He was being realistic. He was like, I'm not going to say I'm going to marry her right away. I need to know her. And that's what that woman needed to hear. So right there, you on mama's side.
Was it hard raising another man's son?
For me, no, because dude wasn't in the picture anyway.
Okay. If he was in the picture, would it have been harder?
I don't know, because I can only go for whatever I experience.
It depends.
So
That's something you cannot really answer.
I think, honestly, this like with raising somebody else's kid, it all depends on how the mother act. If a man would accept the mother to act a certain way and the father is trying to be, the alleged father is trying to be in the child life, but she is putting another man in the child life and saying, oh, this is dad. Your dad. Yeah. Thank you, Gene, for that. I appreciate you a lot for the super chat. But another man is saying, like, let me get this man to be your dad. Don't worry about your dad. He's been trying to call. Don't worry. But she ain't telling the dad, calling. I think it's more perfect that it'll be more easier, you know, for the dad to be there and can talk to that man and be like, you know what? Yeah, I do appreciate, because they can have good communication, you know, with each other about the child. Like, oh, just as long as you don't do this, man, I'm all cool with you. Because I find it much easier. Communication is key. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what a lot of people lack at, especially with kids is in the middle. You have to conversate. If there is the communication key that's broken on one side and nobody else is trying to conversate, I think, honestly, to be honest, I ain't going to get off subject, but I honestly think that Quaylon will have the upper advantage to want to communicate with the real father of Shavel's daughter. You know, but can I give one shout out though?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Gene, and may your dog rest in heaven. You know, I'm sorry for your loss that you had over the weekend. I'm very sorry about that loss today. So we would like to send a prayer out to Jean and her family and everything. I hope you get through that. And appreciate you for the super chat. I really do. But
shout out to Jean.
The best person, the one I'm loving, is the Native American. I knew he was a credit card scammer. I saw him. I said, I know you was playing with those bad checks, cutting up. Yeah, I knew his. I know his type. I mean, I don't know his type anymore. But back when I was young, I know that type. Right? Doing all types of foolishness.
Wow.
G-O-D-D, wait till the night. I got something for that.
I'm about to drop a Blavy, because here she go. D Brooklyn, my brother, way in the background. She can go all day. I know this girl can go by a whole hour talking about somebody. And I can't believe you talked about Quaylon like that. You need to
did it.
That.
It wasn't me. It wasn't Dee.
The other girl said she was
on the screen talking about it.
Liked it. So why can't I put the same type to Quaylon? She said she had to try everything.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, Blavy, that's enough.
Tati
Don't
quieta.
go in the background. Time out. I'm about to put her out. Time out.
Boy, I don't know. She's some boy.
I'm about to bring somebody
Hey,
else.
hey, Queen Cascade.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Gio. Hey, DD. Hey, Shan in the van.
Hey, girl. Hey,
Well
girl.
gone.
What's up?
Well gone. Okay, so I want to stick to subject. I'm going to save my 90 day for, I'm going to save my love after lockup for the block party, but I want to stick to subject.
Party,
yeah, right? We want to save the good stuff for the block party.
Yeah.
So to stick to subject, I don't think he's ready to be a dad, and I think it's delusional of her or lacking of life experience of her to think that he is. Let the guy acclimatize to the real world. He doesn't know the real world. He's been in there. What he's had of an adult life, he's been in there. So don't pressure the guy whenever. Here's the thing I've learned in my old age: pressuring a man for anything gets you the opposite of what you want.
That's what I was saying. He's gonna run if you pressure him. He's
right?
You
can't. All the ladies out there that think it works, it doesn't work. Don't pressure a man. It doesn't. If you're going to play with them, play other games. And then the thing about calling him dad, here's the thing, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm a single mom, and my son's dad has been in and out of his life. Right now he's in an inn, but he's been out. I've had other partners, and I would never in a million years dream of having him call them dad. That's my opinion.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and I know that some people won't agree with me, but I just feel, you know what's wrong with calling him George? Like, that's your name.
Mr.
George, yeah,
right, or Uncle George.
Just out of respect.
Right, because if for some reason I was in and out of my kid's life, and to think of someone else being called as mom, I earned that title. Okay, like nobody else is getting that title. That's just my opinion. I'm not judging anybody who chooses to have, dad 1 and dad 2. That's on you. But for me, I don't agree with it, and especially a guy who's just come out to the real world. It's a mess waiting to happen.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Shan. Like, that's why I said calling that man dad, that's a whole nother ball game. Like, you can be like, this is my stepdad or stepfather.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Quaylon, but dad, like, that's doing too much. And they calling dad within the first week of meeting these people. Right? That don't even make any sense.
How do you feel about her? How do you feel about her even taking him to the prison to meet him in the first place?
I think she shouldn't have did that. To be honest,
okay.
I think that no child should be in a prison set looking at another man behind bars or another woman behind bars. Kids need, like we just said the other day, kids need to stay out of the grown people business when grown people want to do grown people stuff. Period. I don't think no child needs to go to a prison When I did a little time with her, I didn't want my kids there. Period. I didn't want to see them. I don't want them to
I
see me
applaud
in
you
the
for that.
jail. None of that. You know,
I
like
applaud you for that because it shows that you're not selfish. So I applaud you for that.
exactly. I don't need my kids coming to something like that and seeing that type of environment because they monkey see monkey. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Queen, what's up?
Hey everybody. Hey everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Listen, I haven't watched this episode, but you guys already know that I have strong feelings about this. Like I can't even get the words out. Institutionalization, being in prison for 12 and a half years is no joke. And even before the 12 years, we don't know how long he was dealing with the system. Do you get what I mean? The run up to the court case, whether he got bail or not. People forget, like, we've had more than a decade. Me and Carla was discussing this on our live. You know, like Obama or Bush was president, Hurricane Katrina, Iraq war, the development of technology, where we're at now. He needs time to acclimatize to his whole situation. Kids are cute at first when they first come out, and I'm speaking from personal experience because I've had a brother that went to prison and other family members, and I've worked in prisons doing the things that I do: community service, sexual health, trying to help them with different therapies. Majority of these guys are not ready when they come out. Like 90 Day Fiance, when you're having a long distance relationship with somebody on the phone, you're dreaming about when you're going to get out, what you're going to do. But putting that into practice is completely different. He was 17. What did he learn at the age of 17? Even if he was a father, what did he know at 17 years old? Time in one sense has essentially stopped. And the thing for me also is I've seen men come out of prison with PTSD. I know people that, you know, first couple of weeks, things have been fine. Things have been okay because they've just come out. But because of the stuff that they've been through in prison, like I've got one family member that attacked his wife during sleep because he thought he was back in the prison. He thought he was being attacked by another man. So this is deep, this is serious. And I've seen too many guys that when they come out of prison, they're like, yeah, I want a family, I want this. And then it ends up being like a Craig David song, tell me what's your flavor. Their eyes start all over the place. They want to taste this, they want to taste that flavor, they want to taste this peppermint, they want to taste that one.
I ain't gonna lie, you and Carla made me change my whole perspective of thinking that he's ready just because I was persuaded how he's calm and how he's soft spoken. That he is ready. He gave the little girl something, but now I'm looking at it differently. I'm glad y'all saying something about it because I see he's most likely not ready for that. Like getting, like you said, I didn't know man come out of prison like that, like tripping like that. You know, like I got a couple friends that been in prison, but I don't be around them. I don't sleep around them or be in their house when they go to sleep. So I don't know what it's like. You know, like
what he's been through or what his 12 and a half years in prison is a long time. We don't know the extent of his journey. And yes, I heard V when she was saying he's well-spoken and he's mature, but putting that maturity into place is a complete different thing. And when I grew up in the ghetto, do you get what I mean? People who came out, a lot of them ended up being sucked back into things by mistake, by accident, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's a part of rolling 60s. That's deep. I've had family that used to live in Compton that now don't live there anymore, but living in Compton in general, they had issues just for, you know, bullets don't know nobody's name, kids getting shot just for just playing in the garden. This is deep, this is serious. People don't realize how serious this goes. Don't get me wrong, I want it to work between Shavel and Quaylon, but in order for him to get where he needs to get, just bear in mind, Gio, he's missed family, he's missed friends. Children have been born since he was in prison. People that he was, 17 with are now grown people. He has to rebuild those relationships. He has to repair those things. Do you get what I mean? There's a lot of foundational things that he needs to restructure. I want it to work, but in order for it to work, like I said, he needs to go to his mom, go spend some time, get justified, because like, this is no holiday anymore. This is a dream becoming reality, putting it into practice with a 17-year-old mindset when the world is completely different it's a lot for some of these men. Don't get me wrong, he might want it, but wanting it and putting it into practice is two different things.
Yeah, Queen. I agree with you 100%. But sorry to go a little off topic, but that's just like let's say Perry started dating one of my family members. I know he's married. Shout out to my boy Perry. I ain't gonna call Perry daddy. I ain't calling Perry daddy. What? I'm gonna call Perry daddy.
But
I'll be
you a
like, what's up,
grown
Perry?
man. You a grown man.
I'll call him
You know,
daddy.
so
Grown man.
people gotta be careful that you don't have you introduce the child to the person, you ain't gotta have the child calling him daddy so soon. If see they were married, I would have understand because she feel like
Hold on, Didi.
No.
Still married too. You
No,
don't
what I'm
have the
saying-
right to call another
no,
man dad.
I'm saying in that case, if they were married and she had the child calling him daddy, in that case, I say I would have understand. But I don't feel I don't feel a child should be calling a man daddy or dad when that's not his biological father. That's how I feel about
Can
it.
you also maybe leave it up to the kid? I think at a certain point,
Yeah,
leave it up to the
that
kid
also
too,
that
right?
because that you can do that as well. You
I
can do
think
that.
Let the kid
it's
make the
difficult
decision.
because, like, if it was me, like I said, I would send him to his mum, let him go get acclimatized. He needs to learn how to get a job. Even if he got a little bit of work experience or qualifications in prison, he's got no proper work skills in life out in the real world.
Yeah.
Him and Shavel should just be dating. They should just be dating.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'm sorry, 2.5 years. I don't care whether I've known you for 2.5 years. My child doesn't know anything. Yeah, I'm not going to take the risk at this point of having you in my home. I don't know what your brain or your mentality is. If my child runs up to you in the middle of the night and you freak out for whatever reason, they should be dating properly. They should be dating while he gets himself together. Sorry,
It's
Shan.
almost no, I'm interrupting you, but it's almost what you're saying about him is actually about her. Mentally, she's not mature enough for this. Mentally, she is proving that she is not mature enough for this.
Yeah, because she's rushing into it for usage reason. Like she want to use him out. That's why I'm saying I think everybody is saying like Quaylon, he's not ready and this and that. I think honestly his mindset is different than a lot of people who get out of prison.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that is true.
You don't know if this is a front for the camera. You see what I'm saying? So
Queen got some good points.
Yeah.
Always does.
Yeah.
I want
Queen
them
is brilliant.
to
And I have one last comment. One last comment, and you can drop me. To go back to what you guys were talking about before, I don't think he was going the other way in prison because think about it. When you're 17, most 17-year-old guys are so homophobic. There is no way you're going to do that. Maybe if he went in at like 30, but I think he went in too young to play the other way.
Yeah, because you got to fight though too. Them young guys got to fight a lot now. Like when they go in there, they got to fight. Yeah, oh yeah.
They tried to turn them out, Shan. They tried to turn them out when you're that young.
But they got to fight.
Remember, he was 17 when he went in. They charged him as an adult, and even that I don't agree with. That's why you guys and juvenile detention. So when you're fresh meat when you go in there. They will try to turn you out.
And they will try you. They will try you to see if you bend.
What some of these guys go through in there. Sorry,
no,
DJ.
seriously, they do. They will try you to see if you bend. They will try you.
Yeah, they will try it.
And the most mistake to make when you go in there is if you rely on someone.
That's why I think Quaylon is so calm because he probably was one of them people that what you'll call a shot caller because he's so calm. Like he probably was reading books and everything. Like he probably was a little scrawny dude going in there, but he'll probably get on you. You know, you got those type of people that's like that. They be quiet, they nice, cool, but as soon as you try them, they gonna snap. He probably broke so many times, like up in he probably done things y'all don't even know the people. You know, he just don't want to speak about it. But I ain't gonna keep going on about that. I'm gonna drop y'all love, y'all input about it. You know, I'm gonna bring up Jamal next.
Love you some Jamal.
All right, peace,
yeah, Jamal. Bye guys, thank you.
Bye guys.
Bye. Let's go, Jamal.
Hey guys.
What's up, Jamal?
What's up? So I just want to touch on Shavel first because what's in her past to make her think it's okay to take her child to the prison system to meet a man she does not know. there has to be something in her past that makes her mind think, oh, this is normal, this is okay. So I'm wondering what's going on with her. And also, if they're even going to date, they need to go to counseling because they don't know each other. He needs to really get reacclimated to society and like take it slow. He wants to take it slow. I agree with that, but I think counseling's in order. Now, her mother, the way she approached it, I did not like it. She put way too much pressure on him. He handled himself very well, but you could see he was nervous and was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want her to like me. So I felt he was put on the spot, but he handled it well. And having your child call him dad, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
by all aspects, because this little girl does not know him. But what, 2 visits maybe to the jail? That's not a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not a relationship at all. I'm very concerned about that.
I totally agree. About that. Calling him dad too fast is just, that doesn't look well. You know, it doesn't sit well at all. You call him stepdad or something. You know, like what happened to people calling stepdad or Mr. This. They're like, like Shan said, Mr. Roger. You know, like it just is like in the South, they don't do that. Now, when I came up west and north, I was seeing a lot of women doing that, like getting a man in their life and saying, oh, this is your father. I was telling them, I don't think you should do that. You know, like, don't confuse these kids. Let these kids choose what they want to choose when they get older. Let them grow into this first.
Right.
Tell these kids this is your father, and they don't even know this man from A through Z, and he don't know what he capable of doing. But Quaylon, I don't see that man doing nothing wrong to no kids, honestly.
No.
See, you can just look at certain people and tell he got that little girl something, a teddy bear and everything, you know. But keep going, Jamal. What you got? Sure. I know you got a lot on your mind.
My main concern is for him because Shavel, like I agree with most others, that she hasn't shown me the maturity to be a good support system for him. Because all she's thinking about is herself and what she wants and how she wants it. She's not thinking about, okay, this is my man. I need to support him. How can I best do that? Because what I would have done is like you find counseling systems, you find places who help recently released convicts get jobs. Get them on the right social path to where he can succeed. Because you are a business owner, you're a mother, so therefore you really don't have the time to really give him the full support he needs at this time in his life. So you need to get outside support to help him. So that's why I think this relationship is not gonna go well if she keeps acting the way she's acting. Yeah, I just don't see it.
I totally agree with that. And then I had to change mindset like within 30 minutes of this video, hearing everybody else's opinion. It really flipped my mind a whole nother level.
And then also she needs to get her child her child needs counseling because it affects her too. So that's another added layer. Like you don't expose your children to that kind of world when they're that young. It's just not. It's not good to me. It's just not good. If it were her, if it were her biological father and they were together, I might see it differently. But since it's a man you just met 2.5 years via app, I can't really roll with you on that one. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Well,
I think her daughter would probably get over it because that child she's sound and she seems to be a very smart child.
Yes, but with that, on the other hand, I agree with you, Gigi, but you're teaching your daughter the type of man to date. And I think at that young of an age, that's not really the example you want to be setting for a daughter. That's my opinion.
Yes.
That's my opinion. Who's the other special couple we were talking about? I'm trying to think. Which one was
Maurice and Jessica?
Yes, thank you. Jessica. Poor Jessica. She just confuses me. I be wanting to root for her. I'm like, okay, like you out for your man. You ain't go get your man. I'm like, you're doing the right thing. And then how you gonna get in the car, be driving? I'm scared. Oh my God, what's gonna happen if they call? But you keep on driving.
But Jamal, we discussed that and we came up with the conclusion. It was the plumbing. Gio and I came up. That's what happened.
I get it.
So she gonna write like Gio say, if he jumps off a cliff, she gonna jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Gio, we discussed that. Jamal, won't you not listening to my?
I get it, but like I feel like once you made your decision for the plumbing, you just roll with it. You just do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect nothing. Just go. Don't
It's the
start.
Monopoly game. I get you, my brother Jamal. Is there any final words? I'm gonna start taking last words. You know,
But nice to meet you, Jamal, for the
You
first
too,
time.
DD. I'm good,
I
Jim.
like to listen to you. You crack me up sometimes.
Jamal,
Thank
funny
you.
guy, man. That's my brother. There. He cool people.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on, Jamal. Is there any last words you would like to say about Love at the Lockup, like about the
No,
show?
it's so this is my first time watching the 2 episodes. And I like it because it seems to be very straightforward. Their issues are very well laid out where you can follow them all the way through versus trying to guess like, what kind of crazy are you? What's wrong with you? I can see what's all wrong with all of you. So I like it.
All right.
Peace,
All right.
Jamal.
Peace, guys.
All right.
All right, we're gonna bring back Mama Mo and Carla up here. The last words y'all gotta say. I know, Carla, we ain't talking about your man now. Don't come at us, because don't hurt us.
Yeah, y'all was coming for my mans. Y'all had me back here like, hold on now. We not supposed to do this today. Don't be coming for him, okay? No. But on a real serious tip, I really, without minus the spoiler, sorry y'all, but I really do want to see how their relationship is going to last the rest of the season. I feel Shavel mama, she's very open. She's open to giving him the opportunity to try it out because she was very skeptical until he came with that sadistic attitude. She thought it was going to be a whole nother raunchy ghetto, another little country punk, and flipped her whole little forte on him. So she's willing to give him a chance, and he's actually really probably willing to open. He just has to get used to the world. And I feel the same way about, I know it's kind of off topic, but I feel the same way about Sinjin, about how he worked in a mime all his life, and now he's just now getting out and getting able to experience life. So yes, he doesn't really have a direction right now because he doesn't know where he wants to go. He's still trying to figure it out. So Quaylon is in the same boat.
Yeah.
But Carla, if Quaylon asked you to be his mentor, would you be his mentor?
Hell yeah, she will.
You're gonna be right with him, Mama Mo, ain't you? You're gonna be right along with him.
Nah, I'm done. I'm done with
like,
inmate
I want you
numbers.
too, Mama Mo. I want you too.
All right, Carla.
I'm done with inmate numbers. That's a wrap.
Okay, Mama Mo, what is your final word?
My daughter's father is in jail. That's why I said that.
I'm sorry.
But, don't be sorry. It ain't my fault. She know who he is. They good. They communicate.
That's good.
But my thing is, I don't like the daddy term. That's just out. I agree. It should be Mr. Quaylon, or if he's okay with just straight Quaylon, then that'd be what she call him. Because if, like I said, if it doesn't work, then how do you explain that? I think he wants to try. You give him a try, but he's not ready. Because his mind, his age is grown, but his mind ain't there yet. He don't understand everything that we got going on in the world now. So he need to kind of get used to it.
Can I ask you, gentlemen, a quick question real quick? And this is coming from a serious kind of note. What is it with, and I'm not saying this to all men, but there's a lot of men out there that think that having a baby gives them structure, gives them stability, gives them motivation to do better without doing that before the child gets here. You get what I'm saying? So how does that really work? Or like, how does
that doesn't work? I'm gonna tell you that now, because before I even had kids, I was going to college to become a mechanical engineer. To be honest with you, the only reason why it stopped me from being a mechanical engineer and focusing on my school is because I had kids. So I had to go out and get a job. And that totally shut down everything that I was going to go for, because I could have been a millionaire, to be so honest with you. But I had kids, so I had to put my focus all on them. And I had to quit school. Like, there was no way. I was too young. I was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So I was already grown by the age of 17, 18. I was smart with math. I was doing a lot. So, Didi, what you got to say about that, bro?
One more thing before Didi go. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm ready for the block party. I'm ready to go in on that blueberry pimp.
That one I can't answer that question because I don't have kids, so I can't answer that question. But I got a niece, and my niece also changed my life because I don't bring women around her, like, unless that woman gonna be somebody I'm going to be real serious with. For me, she changed my life a little bit in terms of the way I think, because I wouldn't want somebody to hurt my niece the same way. Kids do change your life to a certain extent. That's how I'll put it. But it's not all men step up and play the role or be a figure to or be an example to the kids. Like Gio did it. Gio is being an example. Gio is going to school. He's trying to be a good example for his kids. So then it don't work for everybody. That's how I'll put it. It worked for some people, it don't. Because my niece changed my life, and she made me want to look for more. And she made me, I just respect women even more because of my niece. Because I do not want no man to come into my niece's life when she gets older and be treating her like, treating her bad, abusing her. I don't want, I'm going to flip. So certain men change, certain men don't. And praises to Gio for changing his life because he started having, yes.
You know what's even more crazier, Diddy? I couldn't go to school then. Guess what I'm doing right now?
Going to school.
Going to school again. You see what I'm saying? So I already had the mindset of wanting to get my own things. Like living with my mom, I already had that at the age of like 14, 13. Getting out and working, getting money. But is that y'all last words y'all want to say, Carla and Mama Mo?
Yeah. Mama Mo just kind of brought something up and made me want to ask that, personal things, and then just wanted to hear a male's point of view. It kind of just made me realize some stuff, and this is why I agree with everybody about the Shavel and letting the baby call Quaylon daddy, because when the baby gets older, she's going to be looking for a man to play daddy for her, and that's not what we want. So
exactly. All right, well, peace and love, Carla and Mama
See you at the
Mo.
block party.
Coming on. See you in an hour in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, man, I like my callers, man. They good people. Let me bring up the AKA the arguer and
Deep Brooklyn, my boy.
And Queen Cat. Queen, yeah, let me bring up Queen. There we go. Look at Queen, look shocked in the mud.
I was about to leave, but okay, I'm back. Hey.
Okay, I'm sorry. We just have to go in for Malak again about his. Listen, I'm all for going to prison, but I cannot understand why somebody would date a prisoner by choice. I'm all for you changing your life and stuff like that, but what I don't understand about the show, people are like, oh, I was just online. What is it about prison? Because Michael has shown you can cheat in prison. Why put yourself through that?
That's what they like, I guess. Like I said, that's what they like, so they go for what they like.
I ain't dating nobody in prison. I'm just saying I'm throwing that out there.
Me neither.
I'm with you, Blave, on that.
No women, no guards, no booty man, no nobody.
Nothing. As soon as you tell me, oh, I'm a correctional officer, no. Oh, no. But what I would say about Quaylon, like when I was talking about his sexuality, and I guess to some people, I think a lot of people are in the alternative life. What I've just realized about with men in particular is that sexuality with y'all is a lot more fluid than I previously thought. Because I know a lot of men who are in masculine roles, who are plumbers, who are mechanics, who are football players, and they're gay. And I'm just like, wow.
True.
But
and I just think that gay doesn't always look feminine. There are a lot of people who are masculine who you would never think of being that way. And I just find like certain people have characteristics that I see, and I just think that like it's a good topic to talk about, because with men I don't really think you talk about sexuality in terms of being gay and being masculine.
Let me play Perry today. What I think, I'm playing Perry. For me, Love After Lockup, imagine those people like romantic life. You all can play the guards and the prisoners. Like it would be exciting because you can play cops and robbers. It would be really exciting when you see you got that in the bedroom and you're playing those roles. So sometimes it can just be an exotic thing. Like they probably just want somebody you can play games with.
Hold on. What type of games you talking about? You talking about I'm gonna be the inmate and you be my
right. And I pull you over, I handcuff you, like those kind of freaky stuff.
What kind of role play you got going on?
That's too out of the question. Like, let's be the inmate and I'm gonna be your what you call them, cellmate. No, that is not a game. Man, I wouldn't. I don't. No.
Well, like I said, I was just playing Perry today. That's all. I'm just playing Perry. That's
Y'all
all.
gonna leave Quaylon alone, man. I think.
Yeah, leave the man alone.
Yeah, Blavin, like, come on.
I'm being serious about this because, like, even with fans only, you know, when you're a man on fans only, that gay men buy most of your stuff, right? You know that they
That's why I don't get that app.
They are big fans of men, and they're one of the biggest subscribers. I mean, you look, even R&B stars, a lot of their fan base are gay men. So, like, I just find it interesting. We never really talk about them when they finance a lot of people's life. Like, quote unquote, August Alsina, but we're not gonna get on him today.
I knew that was going.
Look, I agree with what you're saying. Like, they did support us, so I support their community as well. But I'm not
saying support. I'm saying, why do we have a definition of gay being so small? Like,
no, we ain't saying that. I ain't saying that at all. I'm just saying I ain't gonna put that on somebody like that.
And and Quaylon could have relationships with men and still be straight because.
There's nothing wrong with people being that way, though. It's nothing. At the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with people
because why
what
I'm
they want to
obsessed
choose.
with it is because on these shows, people like to play these games and they like to show you a little part of their life, which they have the right to do. But then when it comes to hard topics, everybody wants to go, no, it could never happen. It could and it does.
But I don't want to talk about sexuality.
Okay, we gonna get off this tank mess with like you can have your
you can have
in somebody's mouth.
Look how uncomfortable you're getting. It doesn't.
No, I'm not uncomfortable. I just don't want to talk about it. Like, you know, that's people
but
like.
why are you so uncomfortable?
No, like Perry says, do what you do. So just do what that's your preference.
I can talk about two women being together. And
okay, Blavin, look. We not okay. Let's come back. Let's wrap this up. Let's come back.
We'll wrap it up.
We on 100, but you on 100. We on like 10. You on a whole nother level. You on a freaking level right now. We ain't gonna talk about that, y'all.
Okay,
we is not offending y'all. I'm sorry if anything y'all heard is not offended y'all, but we don't have nothing against nobody. Period. But we're trying to wrap it up. Blavin, I don't know what's going on over there in her little box right now because we all in boxes right now. But her box is tripping right now.
I think that Gio, I think that blue suit got to her head. That blue suit have a.
I think some blue shoes that.
Yeah.
Queen, what you gotta say? A D Brooklyn, one of y'all.
I got you. All right. With the daddy. Y'all know my son, Trevor. He called me stepdaddy for 3 or 4 years before he started calling me daddy. His last name, I never adopted him. I'm not going to take that away from that name. His last name is his biological father's last name. I'm not going to take nobody. I spoke to him on the phone, never met him. But I'm not going to force him. My wife didn't force him. Nothing. It should be out of the equation, period. He called me my name, blah, blah, blah. And not D Brooklyn, or stepdaddy for like 3 or 4 years after we were married. You know, and then he started calling me dad when he came to the age of reason that I'm the one who's raising him. You feel me? Hugs and thugs, what?
I just had to put that out there because Blavin did that.
But I have a lot of people. Somebody asked if you got a YouTube channel.
No, I'm not into YouTube. I'm very finicky.
Oh, okay. All right. What's about your Instagram? Then you can probably be on your Instagram.
Got a lot to say.
No, I live my life in private. You can't have that. No.
She ain't trying to get none of that because she know what's gonna happen if she do that. A lot of people gonna go in. But D Brooklyn, finish what you saying.
Yeah, sorry, D Brooklyn.
Nah, Queen.
Can I ask you something about
Queen,
child?
take it away.
Because I don't have children.
Second.
If I just want to ask something about children because I never understand this. Like, if another man raises your child, and you're with somebody, why is it so disrespectful if if the new man has the child's last name, if the new man the child sees as daddy? I'm saying once they get, like, say for example, you for instance, why would it be disrespectful if your son had your last name, called you daddy and not his father because he was essentially a sperm donor? I don't understand why that would be disrespectful.
No,
It's disrespectful.
I feel you. I feel you. It's personal preference, and that's my beliefs, and that's how I live.
Okay, so it's your personal. But if somebody else were to do that,
that's their business.
Yeah.
Queen, any last questions because the blood is going in tonight.
Obviously, I love. I'm an old romantic, so I want people to succeed. I want people to have healthy relationships, but a lot of these relationships require pre-marriage counseling and therapy, especially coming out of prison. We don't know what these guys have been through. Like I said, I haven't watched the episode. As soon as I'm coming off this, I'm going to do my live reaction, so I'll have probably more to say. I think Jessica's living in a dreamland as well. I think at this point, Maurice got with her with all the situation in the previous to this, before her getting pregnant. I feel like he used her to get out of prison. He used her for conjugal visits. And he wasn't sure about where it was going to lead when he came out. That's why all this behavior is happening with the child and other things. And that he's probably changed his mind and seen something different. And I want to have a son. You need to find a job. Yeah. I hope Quaylon and Shavel survive. I really do. But he needs time. And I'm petty. I'm feeling petty about pasta, blueberry, blue balls, pimp. Okay. I'm gonna be going there later. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ablavi did it tonight, y'all. I'm happy she said what she had to say because this is why I let Ablavi on the show, and Queen, Andy, Brooklyn, and Carla, Mama Mo, Shane. Shane, I'm so sorry, Shane. No, I didn't say that, but I let them on because these people say what they have to say.
Jamal,
shout out to Jamal. Shout out to Jamal.
Brooklyn, and shout out to Jamal too. I ain't forget about Jamal, but I kind of did just now for a minute because there's so many. You know what I'm saying? But Jamal keeps it real too as well. I love all of y'all opinion. Y'all some good people. Y'all come on here and keep it real. And I got more to come for y'all, so y'all keep me on my toes. You know what I'm saying? At night y'all kept me on my toes. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Bobby.
That's a challenge, Gio. Be careful, Cole.
Queen, you too. You be going ham too. It just you slick with it. You say little slick stuff. D Brooklyn, I catch you sometime, man. You cut it. You know what I'm saying? But you be going in. Yeah. But I'm gonna let y'all down, guys.
I be different on Instagram though.
Oh yeah. Y'all make sure y'all follow these people on their Instagram. Y'all see their names. Y'all see them. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on their platform. Go support them. They real funny. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna drop y'all down. I'm gonna let y'all down. Hey, peace and love, y'all. God bless.
All right.
All right, my boy. Oh, snap, hold on. My boy DD. Mr. Plumber, man, they call him Mr. Plumber. Shout your channel out, my brother. Shout your channel out. Give your last words too while you at that.
Well, all I gotta say is, with Quaylon situation, I hope people learn from the discussion we had, and just don't allow like your child to be exposed to certain elements. Basically, that's what I gotta say.
Okay, would you like to shout your channel out? Let the
I ain't got it out yet, Gio. I'm still working on it. I got my
shout your channel out. Don't do what you did last night.
Instagram, well, if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's my name, DDEVE 007.
Oh, you put V in there. I thought it didn't have V.
You just want to start something, Gio, that I don't want to start today.
That's my boy right there, y'all. Make sure y'all follow my boy DD, yo, for real. He got this thing coming up too. We gonna make sure we gonna push my boy to getting his where he need to get. So y'all stay in tune. And hold on, my camera, y'all can still see me, right?
Yeah, we seen it.
Okay, if y'all
Well, I
haven't
can see.
subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell again, like I'm gonna tell you in the beginning of the video, to be notified when I'm gonna go live. Once I go live, you can come in, do what you gotta do, like your boy Perry say. Shout out to Perry.
Yeah, shout out to Perry.
But
I
make sure
ain't calling Perry daddy.
hey. But yeah, hey, it was good talking to y'all. I'll see y'all in like a hour and probably 6 minutes, 5 minutes. Peace and love. Let's say peace and love to him, BD. Let's get up out of here in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Peace and love. All
We
right.
out of here.
Yeah.